This is a demonstration of DockHawk, a web application designed for people on Georgian Bay with specific information for boaters. As you can see, there's a number of different ratings, information about what's going on at your dock, the water temperature, water conditions on Georgian Bay, current weather, and weather radar. Let's start by looking at the kayak canoe rating by clicking on the arrow. When that opens up, you can see that it's optimal for wave height and air temperature and wind speed. We can look at more information about the air temperature, again by clicking on the arrow, and find it's optimal because it's between 18 and 32. We can close that and then look at the actual data around the air temperature. That loaded a day. Now we can look at a week and even a month to see how much data is there and available. You can grab the screen and move it around with your finger and see exactly what the air temperature has been over that period of time. You can close this by clicking on the DockHawk icon and go back to the home screen. Next, we can look at the depth below draft. You can see it's very low, and we can look at it over a week period and see it stayed very low over this period, which was July 27th and before. So if you close this, we can also take a look at other things, and in this case we'll look at the additional information about depth below draft. So we can see we look at the water level and the actual water depth at your dock. Now if we click on the actual water level listing here, we could load up extra information. Let's say we want to look at a full year's worth of data. We click on the week and then we click on the year. That's a full year's worth of data, and you could see that the water goes up and down with the lowest point around March of the year throughout the year. You can again zoom by pinching the screen and moving back and forth, so it gives you a full range of this type of capability. Next, we can look at the water conditions on Georgian Bay, and specifically the wave height. There's the wave height over the past week, and we can look at it, say, for the month. And again, you can drag and pinch this screen and look at the wave height, and you can see if you're going to go boating on Georgian Bay, you definitely want to know what the wave height would be, and it changes quite dramatically over a period of time. So closing this screen and going back to the main screen, you can see that you've got information on weather radar. Canada, Southern Ontario, and Midland. By clicking on Southern Ontario, it loads a day worth of data. But let's load a week worth of data and then click on this. By clicking next screen, you can move one at a time, but you can also click on the animation button and it'll show a full week's animation of the weather. So you get a good sense of storms coming in. And when you're done with this, you can click on the pause button. Now, the next thing you can do is grab this area and drag it back and forth so you can look at storms coming and going over time. Clicking on the DockHawk icon will take you back to the home page. This concludes the demonstration of DockHawk web application for people on Georgian Bay and specifically for boaters.